During this great weather, we must make sure that we support indoor skate parks. And one great way of doing that is by coming to Rush this Saturday, the 28th of July 2018. As you can see, we've got 3 jams over the 3 sections, the street jam, the park jam and the bowl jam. So come along, support indoor skate parks and have a great time. As you can see, we're supported by some great brands, so we are sure to have a good day. Hopefully we'll see you there.
Alright, it's your man Brett here at a very sunny, very busy, very hyped Concrete Waves in Newquay, and I'm with this absolute legend. Could you introduce yourself please?
I'm Ian Jennings.
Look at that modesty, look at it. What's your involvement with this here skateboarding facility?
I was privileged enough to be given the opportunity to lead the design and manage the build.
And manage it?
Yeah. I've been down here since January. Yeah. Man. So stoked, man.
It's always like so amazing that I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to talk about like Christ. So we've got the pool here with a bit of a heated session going on at the moment. We've got the bowl behind me, and we've got the street section in the back over there. Then a cheeky little addition street section over there. So I mean, where do you start with designing something like this?
Consultation.
Right.
To be honest, I'm so stoked on the local guys down here. Like the crew, they're all amazing, and they had loads of faith in us and had the right kind of vision, you know.
And we talk about Newquay Council here.
No, the local riders.
Right,
there was
okay.
like the older guys that used to take care of wooden waves. There was like a core group of guys that led the design process. You know, the council has to consult with the users, and then we consult with the users, and they kind of led the design. But the brief was loose enough that it expressed their faith in us to do our thing, you know. And the brief always, right from the start, you know, 5-6 years ago when we first met with the guys, was for this big like flow bowl, you know. One of the first things they talked about was Marseille, and then and then over that like 5-6 year period, the landscape of bowl riding and comp bowl riding completely changed with, you know, what the G Tour and X Games were doing, and then Vans Park series came along, and you know, like the bowls just started evolving quickly. So then we reassessed, you know, later on in the process, and decided to go with something that was up to date with what, you know, the way things were going, that was progressive and future proof, you know. And we've got some stick for,
I was going to say, because there was a major design change, and that's what you're talking about, right?
Well, yeah, but there was always going to be, because you know, there was a long process, and the things had changed, you know, and the budget got reduced slightly, so there was always going to be a redesign towards the end. But it was a long time, and things evolved in that process, and we wanted to make sure we were putting something future-proof in that was progressive, and you know, and we got some stick for, like, you know, people, well, you're just catering to that corporate comp side of things, and it's like, well, we're not, you know, we're providing a free playground for the young kids to be able to train to a standard where they might be able to go and compete in those comps. They might be able to represent Great Britain in the Olympics.
Yeah, right.
If that's what they want to do, you know, it's just providing those opportunities for everyone. It's, you know, it was never about, you know, anything other than providing something progressive and comprehensive and free for everyone to get staked on.
That word is amazing. You know, when you say it's free, I mean, talk us.
All credit to the council here, man. They're like, you know, you want to talk about being progressive. You know, it's a big investment. It's a bold move.
Massive investment.
You know, and
are you allowed to talk about budgets or rough ballpark? Because everyone will start. You know what British skateboarding scene's like. Oh, it costs this much. It costs that much. But put it straight on the record right now, roughly, if you can, ballpark figure, if you're allowed to.
Well,
You're probably not allowed to, aren't you?
The park itself is somewhere around the $500,000 mark, but there's more money that's going to be spent on by the council on floodlighting, CCTV. There's plans to expand it into more of a facility. You know, and far too often skate parks are marginalised, aren't they? You know.
Yeah.
They're stuck out on the edge of town on the somewhere where there's no toilet facilities, and you're forced to pee in the hedge, and you know, like the council here understand what they've got, and you know, over time there'll be more investment in this place, and it'll be the business.
I mean, I was speaking to. I mean, hopefully I'll grab one of the council guys in a minute, but he was saying about.
Ollie's just over there. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, I'll go grab Ollie in a minute. He was talking about his part of his sales pitch was like, you know, we should be helping to produce the Olympians of the future.
Of course. And like Cornwall are really progressive. You've got Kieran at Mount Hawke.
Yes, he's doing
an amazing job, you know. We're all kind of pushing this idea down here with support from the councils of continuing to make Cornwall kind of an international destination for not just for skate, but for like wheeled sports and board sports, kind of extreme sports tourism. You know, they got the waves, and now they got the concrete waves. And
so, what? Talk me through also briefly. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2 months ahead of schedule, you finished this. That's mental.
Yeah,
it's mental.
The schedule had a fair safety margin in it, and the weather's been insane, right? Like I can't remember. I didn't even check the weather report. I was just like, keep the concrete coming, you know. You don't have to worry about rain, or we've been really lucky. So yeah, we finished a bit early, but we always planned to be finished for the summer holidays, and you know, we just about hit what we were aiming for.
So what made you choose to put in like a pool like this as well? Because we've talked about the progressive.
We were talking about the design. So well, I mean, obviously, so we talked about the main bowl, and then you've got this rad pool. But it's
with Harry Weil flying around.
But yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's California, isn't it? You got to build a blue tile pool. You got to.
Yeah, it's proper blue tile pool coping all the way around. It's just, and I've been in here this morning. I've worn myself out already in it, but I'm so hyped. I'm just on like pure caffeine and adrenaline right now.
Right.
Like, I seriously got here, and the first 20 minutes I couldn't do anything because I was just so hyped. I daren't drop in anywhere.
Man,
I knew I was
the level of like just sheer joy is overwhelming, man. It's amazing.
And like little rippers like that, little things in there, that man, just killing it. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know, what's the incentive to build a pool? Who doesn't love a pool? Look at it. It's beautiful, man. Like,
and look at everybody waiting to go in as well. That's the rad thing. Like, so many people.
The cool thing about this project is it's the first time that a council have come to us with a serious budget and given us the freedom to just do what we knew was right, you know.
Nice.
Skate parks are all far too often they're really compromised, you know.
Yeah, right.
Like you've got too many people that want too many things out of it, and a limited space and a limited budget. And when you get to something of this scale, all of a sudden, like in terms of what you put into it and how you design it, because of the sheer scale of the footprint and the investment, just gives you the opportunity to be a bit more bold, but also do everything with more integrity.
Right.
You know?
Okay. Nice.
So if you're going to do something, you just do it, and you do it well,
properly,
and you don't try and combine it with something else and clutter things and cram too much into one space. You know, and that's what we've done here. You've got the big bowl, the pool, and the street section around the outside, you know. And the incentive with the street section was always to keep it like open and simple. And
flowing.
There was literally like 3 or 4 features that the guys asked for in the street course, and it was just do a few things, do them really well, put enough space around them so they work, you know.
So you don't have to land straight into a ledge or something.
Yeah, exactly. You know, everything flows. And the other thing with the main part of the street course is there was always right from the start, some of the older guys were like, oh yeah, build a snake run, and it's like, you know, that was the one thing where I was like, maybe that's a step bit too far because we're trying to do something really progressive. But then
don't get me wrong, I would have loved a snake run as well. But
like a rounded loop 70s snake run, like, you know. But then the main street section we've put in, like with the tacos and the banks, you've still got that nice, it's like a ditch, you know. You got that
and like,
nice
what the hell? We got a pool,
and,
dude. You want to skate something 70s? Like, you
and
couldn't get any more authentic than blue tiles. Oh, my man Harry's just in there, just killing it. Got to get a bit of that. Whoa!
Sit down, boy.
Yeah. So then some of the other feedback, you know, when we did the redesign process. Like the original plan had the plaza kind of looping almost all the way around the outside, and you know, understandably, people were a bit upset that it was all just down one side of the park. So we kind of got halfway through the build and got all the groundwork settled in and assessed the space a bit better, and managed to throw a bit of a last minute tweak and open up this back side. And
you were saying like this stuff behind us over here on the side here is a sort of little cheeky improv bit that you just added in.
Yeah,
so like
widened the bowl deck right out, put a couple of extra ledges and a flat bar and pole jam.
Yeah, just some stuff, just some more stuff. I mean, essentially you can
just do laps all the way around.
Yeah, you could easily,
yeah.
I mean,
that's what most people turn up and just like do a couple of laps and look around confused before they get their bearings.
That's what I mean. That's what, like, I just walked in and was just like, oh my god, I'm just overwhelmed. Like, I don't even know where to start. You know, it's amazing.
It's so rad seeing everyone rip it now as well. Like, you know, like lines that I didn't even think of.
Right.
Some of the transfers that have gone down. Oh my god.
Yeah, Div's already done one this morning that just went off. Yeah.
Div's on full ramps, man. He's been a legend, man. All this beautiful concrete, it's all Div's work, man. Final pass on everything.
Nice.
He loves it.
Nice.
And Jake, man, we've got a few local guys involved with the build, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down with Jake.
Yeah,
I want to hear it from his point of view.
Little Jake sparring. Yeah, ripping. Jake was just like at the gates every day, like super keen. I was like,
kid,
dude, if you're going to come hang out here every day, you might as well help us build it. And he's been here through the whole job, and you know, he's been amazing. He can finish concrete now, and we sorted him out some tools, and you know,
sweet. Yeah. That's really. Do you know what I love hearing about that is that you're giving back to the community in terms of. You know, it helps to show that Maverick aren't just like some corporation that are just busy trying to make some money. We're in this. We're part of the community.
There's
none
of
love that. Yeah.
You know, obviously we want to make a living.
Yeah, of course.
But you know, it's the real deal. You know.
Yeah. I know you wouldn't back something unless it was the real deal. Yeah. You've got that.
And there's no pressure on me to speed things up or cut corners. You know.
Oh, right, okay, cool. I'll come and interview you in a minute.
Okay, cool. So, Ollie, isn't it quite funny that you're named after a skating trick anyway?
Yeah,
it's just, you know.
Well, we've got some officials. Oh, I see. He's saying that he wants a photo of the palm tree as a hint for us to move.
Yeah, let's
mid-interview.
Let's slide down into the sun.
That's all right.
But we've been waiting ages thinking it'd be a short interview.
10 years.
Skatepark's big enough.
Fair enough. We can move.
Fabulous though, isn't it? Are you pleased with it?
Oh yeah, over the moon. Right. Should we go and perch on the ledge?
We're going to sit over here. We have to stay this side.
No, let's sit on the other side of the ledge so you can see the park, okay? If we sit this way.
That's a lot of manoeuvring we've just done. There we go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you're giving back by, and I guess you're also not only giving Jake the tools, but you're giving him the knowledge as well on how to do it. Yeah.
Like, you know,
sharing the love and sharing the knowledge.
Go travel. It's a good way to travel. You know,
right.
You can travel building skate parks as a volunteer and build DIY and
and give back to the community officially and unofficially.
Totally. And he's such a nice kid, man.
Isn't he? He's
been like amazing to have on site. We've had a couple of other guys, Brendan and George, local guys. Brendan lives just down at the bottom of the hill.
Wicked.
You know, it's been nice to have that community involvement. And right from the start, we've had this ethos of, you know, all the local guys that were coming down and showing interest, as long as it was safe to bring them on site,
right.
you know,
Bring them on site, show them what you're
take
doing.
the time to involve them in the process, you know.
Again, another aspect of Maverick that I like. Not pointing you out compared to any other brands, but you know, just saying as your brand. Yeah, I really love.
And the guys down there,
because I remember you doing that at Churchdown. You know, you guys were like, yeah, come on, it's safe at this point. Stand here and have a look what we're doing.
It's not like we put the skate park in and then take the money and run.
Yeah, because you help with the jams and all that stuff.
Exactly, and we'll be back doing maintenance and looking after the place, and I'll keep in touch with all the guys. Like the community down here are amazing. Like you know well, because you know Harry. And, You know,
I'm lucky. I'm blessed.
All the guys down here are like super positive. They're going to set a real good example for all the kids coming up. There's going to be a real positive community here, and
well, like we say, you know, I can't see any good reason why in 5-6 years or whatever there's going to be some pros coming out of this park who can just shred anywhere. Because they've got every bit of terrain to practice on here. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Well, Mr. Ian Jennings, it's always a pleasure.
Thanks, mate.
Always a pleasure. And just what's next in the pipeline? You were saying you got a bit of a chill out time now, and then you just got some other stuff coming up.
We've
it's
got
business sensitive, is it? Can you not say?
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. If you can't say, you can't say.
Really
No, it's okay. That's cool. It's cool.
But you know, the good news is we get a lot of stick for not doing enough in the north of the country, and we've scaled up and got a bit of a bigger crew now, and we've got guys that are more prepared to travel, and so we're tendering for projects. Up north, we're coming to hook you guys up there, and we've got a lot going on down here in Devon and Cornwall, and there's some real exciting stuff in the pipeline. Stuff on this scale, you know, like someone was down there last week talking to me and Div, like, you know, so is this the pinnacle of skate parks now? And Div was like, no, this is the beginning. This is the first one.
Sweet.
You know, like this is the first time someone's done it for real in the UK, and this is just the beginning. You know, and that's
nice.
That's the vision. Is to just
this is the beginning. Yeah. Sugar me.
Yeah, things are
if you're a teenager and you're watching this and you're into skateboarding, and you got it.
You don't
good.
even know.
Yeah,
you
got it
even
good. Yeah, us moaning old gits are just like, not in all day. Yeah, but no, that's good. I like it.
Man.
Thank you for your time. I'm going to leave you to get back to shredding your good work. You got.
Thanks,
look at this. He's got hooked up with like a whole new rig. Maz is killing it with his new setup. So you're going to go
Skateboarding show.
Yeah. Who's that popping in? Oh, there's Hannah. Lovely Hannah. Right, cool. Okay.
Right,
I will leave you to it. Mr. Jennings, thank you. Thank you for doing this.
No
You're
worries.
amazing. You're a god amongst men.
I won't go that far.
So goodbye, mate.
See you later.